So we've had the qualifying for the Chinese Grand Prix for the race on Sunday, and we've had another fantastic session, haven't we? We had a shock exit in Q1, a big spin in Q2 and a red flag, and then we had a fantastic battle at the end. It was anyone's game, and let's get straight to it. We'll go straight to Q1, and it was Logan Sargent who was out. He's had a miserable time here so far, and then 19th place Yuki Tsunoda, same with him. He just seems to not have got to grips with China at all, has he? Had a horrible day yesterday. It wasn't much better today. And the big surprise here, Lewis Hamilton out in Q1, P18 start for him. He made a big mistake, which is uncharacteristic of him, really, isn't it? He had a brilliant sprint race, and then just to, big lock up right towards the end, lost about 6/10, and he would have comfortably been through into Q2. I think it's going to be a long, hard race for him tomorrow. Kevin Magnussen, P17, beaten by his teammate again, and Zhou Guanyu, 16th place. Disappointing from him because that Sauber looked good, especially in the hands of Valtteri Bottas. And there was a big surprise here, and the star of that one was Pierre Gasly getting out in P10. First time he's been to Q2 this season. And the session was led by Max Verstappen, Charles Leclerc in second, and Lando Norris in third. And then we went straight into Q2, and the big one here was the red flag for Carlos Sainz, dropping it on the exit. It was a uncharacteristic mistake for him so far this season. He's been faultless, but managed to keep it going fantastically well. Made it around and then completed it, managed to get out into Q1. So really good job from him. He got lucky there, really, didn't he? Because it was a big whack, but only the front wing broken. And I'm expecting another fantastic battle between him and Charles Leclerc for the race tomorrow. It should be fantastic. But yeah, P15 for Pierre Gasly, 14th for Albon. Better for this session, but it's, he's got to hope for a bit more in the race. Ocon 13th, Ricciardo 12th, and Lance Stroll 11th. He'll be disappointed with that one. He was a big disappointment in that session, to be honest. Poor again, handsomely beaten by his teammate. Bottas in P10, what a lap from him, and Hülkenberg was P9 in that session, both getting into Q1. Fantastic job from the pair of them. Again, Verstappen led the way. This time it was Red Bull 1-2 Perez, and then led by third place Carlos Sainz in the end. And then we got to the fantastic battle at the end in Q3, didn't we? It was anyone. It was Alonso in second place, then Norris, Perez in the end took it, and Charles Leclerc was there as well at one point. It was fantastic because it was the final last ditch lap and everybody gaining, and it's kind of what you want, this big crescendo at the end, don't you, where you get that big buzz of who's going to be there. I mean, pole was a given. Max Verstappen first place, on it by about 4/10. He was absolutely mega. I don't expect anything but a Verstappen win tomorrow. Looking at the sprint race, I think second is potentially up for grabs with the Ferraris, but the problem is they've qualified so far down. It's going to be a battle for them tomorrow. But yeah, getting to the order, it was Perez that finished in second. Another good job from him today. And I expect nothing but a Red Bull 1-2, really, how good that car is in race pace. Fernando Alonso, a fantastic job, P3. This guy is just absolutely incredible, fresh off a new contract, and he's 8 places ahead of his teammate, which is just a bit of a joke, really. The fact that Lance Stroll is still there, the team have sort of said this team is built around Lance Stroll and for him, really, isn't it, by his dad? So yeah, just probably just got to accept that he's going to be in that seat for a little while longer, isn't he? Lando Norris in 4th place, beats his teammate Oscar Piastri in 5th. Let's see if they can hope for a better race tomorrow. They struggled in parts in the sprint race, didn't they? But Lando Norris came alive at the end, battling with Carlos Sainz. 6th place for Charles Leclerc. He beats his teammate Carlos Sainz, who lines up 7th after that crash. George Russell, the best Mercedes, in 8th place. They've gone down the order, haven't they, quite a bit. They're just not even in the hunt for any podium fights or anything at the moment, and it'll be a hard slog for him from there tomorrow, although his sprint race on the softs shows that there's potentially Mercedes can go on an alternate path, because they were very, very good on that tyre, or Russell was anyway, so he's shown that you can use that. He did a brilliant job in that. And Nico Hülkenberg 9th and Bottas in 10th place. You know, fantastic job from the pair of them. They'll be just hoping to stick it there and yeah, see if they can make it last and nick some points at the end. But I think the race should be much different to the sprint, because you'll have varying strategy and we don't get the same maximum attack and push, and so strategy will be a big part and who comes out where, I think, hopefully in the race tomorrow. But yeah, the pole was Ferrari were way off, weren't they? I've had them for being the star here in China. In race conditions or in sprint racing, they did look brilliantly quick, but again just struggled to get past because it just seems via DRS, or they can't get close enough to the car in front coming up out of the corner to get right up behind with the DRS assisted pass. It's you know, you have to really make a bit of a lunge to make the move stick, but if you can do it, we've seen them do it. It was a brilliant battle between the pair of Alonso, Sainz, Leclerc, wasn't it, and Perez in the sprint race. So if we can get any action like that in the race tomorrow, it'll be absolutely brilliant. But yeah, there we have it. Let's hope it's just not a bit of a procession, but a Red Bull 1-2 clearly looks on the card. They look mega. But thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe and comment as always. See you next time.